welcome back to Blog Chat. I've missed a couple of weeks because things have been frantic and it was so stressful to try and get everything recorded before we went away, and then when we got back it was full on with some issues that I'll talk about. But so I think I've missed 2 weeks now, but we're back in the game now, and today my husband's taken the day off work so that I can come upstairs and record a whole heap of stuff, do loads of work without feeling guilty because baby's downstairs, and just get on top of my game again. So I'm good again, as normal, and my memory's rubbish, I've written it all down, but we've just come back from, well, about a week ago now, from Camp Festival, which was amazing. Baby's obviously 3.5 almost, and the difference in a year it makes to the kids' enjoyment of it is amazing. She had a great time last year, but I think this year I think she'd live there if she could. She had such a good time. I've written a few posts about it, so I'll try and remember to tag them in. If you're thinking about going, go. Even if I wasn't an ambassador, I'd still say go, because it's just an incredible experience. So anyway, that was Camp Festival. We were lucky enough to review a Vauxhall Astra estate, which was so lucky because otherwise we wouldn't have got all of our kit to Camp Festival because we had too much. What else has been going on? So the main thing at the moment, and it's the thing that's caused me huge headaches, is my new blog design. So I designed it all myself, pretty much from scratch. I have quite an amazing theme that enables you to do anything you want, and I've spoken about it before, and then the tech guys just did literally the swap over to make sure all my posts fed through, but my site was really big and my images are really big, and it just basically almost ground to a halt. I'm doing this on Friday, and as I speak now they're tinkering behind the scenes, although they've been really slow in responding, which has been so frustrating. And I've managed to use WordPress Smush, the plugin, and I've almost smushed 30 something thousand images to make them smaller. So I think that's helping, touch wood. But there's lots of tinkering to do, but the feedback I've had is really good and I really do love it. It's a bit of a new direction, and I'm excited about what the website will enable me to do in the future. Things like e-courses and stuff like that to help people more in their blogging, and help people make their blog their business. What else? So this week all I've been doing is feel like I've been treading water. I've hardly touched my emails, I've hardly written any posts. When I've been writing posts, I've been writing them in Word and then just stopping the smush, because it's taken literally, I'm still doing it now and I started on Tuesday, so it's taken 4 days to smush the images, and every time I want to use the site I have to stop doing it, use the site, go back and then start it again. So if I had any advice, it would be to start smushing your images really early on, because at some point you will get, if you take a lot of pictures, it will probably become an issue. I've got a really exciting event. I mentioned it before. We're going to a photography masterclass, and Katie, my friend from What Katie Said, has also got an invitation. So we're taking the girls to a National Trust property. We get a photography masterclass and then we get gifted the camera, which is really exciting. It's a Panasonic Lumix camera, so I think it might be quite similar to my G7X, but I'm not quite sure. But hey, another camera is never a bad thing. We reviewed the Vauxhall Astra, and we also reviewed a kids trolley thing like you'd have at Camp Festival. So it's called a Yippee-Yo, and it's actually really awesome, and you can pick the chassis colour and the seat covers, and it was great to take to Camp Festival, so that'll be on the blog soon. I started to do a month in a minute, which is a Linky run over at Helpful Mum, Sian, and I thought it was really great because I love videoing, and I do like doing the day in the life ones, but sometimes if I'm doing longer periods I forget the odd day. But with a month in a minute, it's literally your month in a minute, so you can take a few snips on one week if loads is going on, and then you don't necessarily have to take anything the next week, etc. So it's kind of a really nice one to do, and I did my first one for July, and I think it's going to be a nice thing to look back on. Not really anything to do with making my blog better or anything like that, but just for us as a family to have to look back on. So that's nice. So join in with that if you can, because that's a great linky, and I don't think many people do it, but it obviously is a nice thing to do. I'm working with The Body Shop at the moment on skincare routines. My skincare has always been something that's, I've never had a proper routine. I blame my mother totally. I've never, until the last few months, I'd never cleansed, toned and moisturised. I'd always moisturise, use the odd facial wash and scrub or exfoliator, but hardly anything really, and hence my wrinkles. So they've provided me with loads of products and a step-by-step morning and evening routine, so I'm just about to start that, so I'm going to be interested to see how that goes. And I've just started, although it's the 6th I think now, and my blog birthday is the 15th, I've just started work on a few giveaways just to celebrate. I don't want to do too much, but just to celebrate my blog's 3rd birthday. Because that's quite exciting really, I suppose. Not many blogs make it past 2 years, so to make it to 3, we're all doing well if we get that far. What else? So that's all the notes I've got written down. I think we've got a few days out coming up. Where we're going? We're going to London to go to the Sea Life Centre and look at Shrek's Adventure. We're also going to West Midlands Wildlife Park, and we're going to Kidzania over the next few weekends, so I'm sure baby's going to have a fantastic time. And I think that's probably all I can get my head around blog chat. Oh, the only other thing that I've done is I've just done an Instagram story over on Live Love Blog. So I think I'm kind of going to like Instagram stories, because I never really liked Snapchat. It's ugly. You've got to start all over again building up the following. The filters are kind of fun in a way if you're 5. My daughter's 3 and she loves it, and she likes being the dog, and that's great when I need 2 minutes to have a cup of tea. But I'm not sure it's the market for my blog. I'm not sure they're on Snapchat. However, Instagram stories seems to be a way that you can show more of your life. It's still not going to be piles of dirty washing, but more of your life without it being necessarily as curated as my feed. So I started on Live Love Blog because it's easy. I did a behind the scenes of my vlog setup, because that fits in. I think it has to fit in with what your audience want from you on your feed. So there's no point in me necessarily showing lots of cooking or things like that on my Instagram stories, because on my blog page, because that's not what people follow my blog for, although the odd cake thing might not go down too badly. But anyway, so that's just my initial ramble about Instagram stories, and I'll pop this one up and I'll catch you next week for more blog chat.